You're tuned to Radio 2. The time now exactly 1:30.
Now, just before our next programme, over to our reporter, Rupert Brooks.
Well, following the strong criticism that the BBC isn't selling its radio programmes as hard as it should be, I've come inside the hallowed portals of the boardroom in Broadcasting House, where the exciting new Programme Promotions Committee is about to begin its highly charged inaugural meeting.
Well, gentlemen, as the senior member of this committee, I propose that I should be the chairman. All those in favour? And those against? Well, now, that is carried by 3 to 1. Now, I'm going straight to the main item on the agenda. Programme promotion. Now, I think T-shirts are a very good way of advertising our radio programmes. In fact, when I heard that extremely funny radio show was starting a 3rd series, I embroidered a special T-shirt with the name on the front. I got it on under my cardigan.
Oh, splendid, Henrietta. Let's have a look.
Oh, certainly.
Oh.
There. Would you say that's the sort of exposure we're looking for?
It's certainly what I'm looking for. You forgot to put your T-shirt on. Look at that.
Oh, come on now. Keep it, Maclean.
Yes, time once again for Keep It Maclean, a new series of mainstream comedy, swimming frantically to avoid the pollution, Jan Hunt, Chris Emmett, Gordon Clyde, and the man who believes in mincing his words and has a mouth big enough to take a food mixer, Don Maclean.
Don't stop. Oh, you've stopped. Oh, well, never mind. Hello, everybody. It's really great to be back with a brand new series because I must say, ever since the last one finished, I've been really champing at the bit.
Oh, it was you I saw running in the Grand National then.
Yes, that's Chris Emmett. It's not a melon with eyebrows. Yes, it's the rotten way he always treats me.
It's even worse the way you never treat me, you stingy old fat you.
Oh, thank you. Just the same old Chris, and just the same old everybody. In fact, we've got Jan with us again. Charming, delightful Jan Hunt. She's had a super season down at Bournemouth, apart from when she was asked to leave while giving a concert one afternoon at the Boscombe Home for Retired Gentlefolk. I can't think why.
No, me too, neither, sunshine. I'd only given them 3 choruses of Eskimo Nell and the stupid old British slung me out.
Really? Yes. Of course, we've got with us once again the extremely versatile Gordon Clyde, a man of many parts.
Yeah, you've been peeping at me in the shower again, haven't you?
No, nothing's changed at all. Even the band hasn't changed since the last series. Ooh, must remember the Air Week next week. Still, there's one good thing about them. If they forget their instruments, they can just stand there and hum. And of course, our producer hasn't changed. Martin Fisher, a man of taste and culture, a gentleman through and through. If it weren't for his patience and quiet understanding, we wouldn't have a show.
You won't have one anyway if you don't get on with it, Maclean.
Oh, well, if that's how you feel, perhaps it's...
Time now for Sport on 2.
Hello, yes, it's me, David Colescuttle, welcoming you to another packed programme of Sport on 2. Well, in a few moments, we shall be going over to France to find out the latest position.
Good, I was getting so bored with the old ones.
Quiet, Gloria. Yes, to find out the latest position in the Tour de France. We shall also be talking to a Scotsman who recently took up fencing and asking him how he got it out of Wembley Stadium without getting caught. And in about an hour's time, our panel of sporting experts will be here to answer your questions. So we'll be inviting you to phone in on 01 5659 938 216. Hello?
Would you mind repeating that number, sir? I didn't have time to get it down.
Hang on a minute. Aren't you Paddy Malone?
Oh, I can't tell you that, sir. I'm ex-directory.
Listen, Paddy, I said phone up in an hour's time.
Oh, that'd be no good to me, sir, phoning then, sir. My wireless batteries are running out, sir, and I might not hear the answer, you see.
What? Yes. Oh, well. Can I answer your question, Paddy?
Well, yes, sir. Yes, you can, sir. It's about that bicycle race in France you was on about, sir. Whatever makes all those men want to cycle hundreds and hundreds of miles round France, sir?
Well, the winner gets thousands of pounds.
Yes, that's all very well, sir, but why do the others do it?
Yes. Now it's time for the latest racing results, so over to James Alexander Moron.
Racing at Sedgefield, 2 o'clock. Naughty Baby, Jimmy Riddle, Wet Blanket. 2:30, Dolly Parton, Strong Contender, Booby Prize. 3 o'clock, Mr. Wedgwood, IQ, Rock All. And at Wetherby, the 2 o'clock, Fizzy Pop, By the Gallon, Sir Toby Belch. 2:30, tonight's the night. I'll be seeing you on the carpet. And the 3 o'clock, Get Off Home, Waste of Time, Mr. Softy.
Yes. Well, thank you. And now it's time to join Cynthia Dunnett at the World Skiing Championships, where I understand the slalom course is now a lot longer. Are you there, Cynthia?
Yes, I'm standing at the top of the new 1.5-mile slalom course with the favourite from France, Jean-Paul Amoureux. Hoping for a good time today, Jean-Paul?
That depends if you come back to my chalet.
No, I meant, were you thinking of breaking any records?
With you in my chalet, I could break any record. Listen, if you come back to my chalet, I will give you a piggyback down the slalom. How about it?
Oh, well, all right.
Then up you get. Voila!
And we're off. We're gaining speed. Oh, all those little poles to zigzag between. Oh! Oh, dear, he didn't miss the first. Or the second. Poor Jean-Paul. He hit every single one. Well, Jean-Paul, that wasn't very good. Have you anything to say?
Oui, don't bother coming to my chalet tonight.
Well, there we are. Yet another sportsman shatters his personal best. Now it's time for racing, and we go over to our man at Ascot, Major D. St. John Barthman. Hello, St. John.
Hello, sir, and the top of the morning to you, sir.
Oh, for goodness sake, you're not St. John, are you?
Do you know, it's funny, sir, I fancied I could smell something burning myself.
Yes, all right, Paddy. Now, are you there at Ascot, Major Barthman?
Oh, yes, indeed, yes, damn it all, I am, yes. And the favourite has just come out of the paddock. Oh, no wonder his favourite has got 8 legs. He's followed by Lester Piggott. Lester's hoping to make it a double. So what a splendid idea. Here's Paul Eddery on number 4. It's amazing how they get all those 4s on one little label. You know, it's not looking very comfortable at all. Neither am I. I've got my blasted shooting stick the wrong way up. Oh! But he's on a beautiful white horse. Oh, white horse, that's a damn good idea. Still, they've reached the starting gate, and Willie Carson's having a job getting his mount into the gate. I'm not surprised riding a pink elephant like that. God, what a large one. Oh, that's a splendid idea. I'll have a large one. Thank you. I do. Oh, Charles, they're off. Already, I can see a little filly well out in front. He said, oh, I beg your pardon, that's the barmaid from the beer tent. Where are the GGs? Oh, yes, here they are. It's a very close race. They're going at it neck and neck. Paul Eddery's got his whip out. Lester Whippy's got his pig out. By Jove, Whip Carson's got his willy out. Oh, dear. Somebody's down. Somebody's fallen.
What? Who's fallen, St. John? Can you tell me who's fallen?
Yes, it's me, you blithering idiot.
Well, never mind. It's time now for hot air ballooning. And today, Professor Ulrich Bunsen is attempting to break the existing altitude record of over 117,000 feet. And with him in the balloon is our intrepid reporter, Paddy Malone. Are you there, Paddy? Paddy Malone, are you there?
Oh, yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. I was just having a game of pocket chess with myself, sir.
Ah, yes, and who was winning?
I don't know. It's pitch dark inside my pocket, sir.
Yes, well, are you anywhere near breaking the record that stood since 1961?
Oh, yes, indeed, sir. We've just 40 feet to go, sir.
Fantastic. Quite near the sun, eh? Getting a bit warm, I'll bet.
Oh, very warm indeed, sir. In fact, it's so warm, I think I'll turn off this gas fire we've had on since we took off.
Donnerhorn blitzen! Nein, not that, no!
Oh!
Are you all right, Paddy?
Oh, yes, sir. Luckily, we've made a soft landing in the middle of a big green field, sir.
Oh, good.
And I'll tell you something else, sir.
What's that?
I think that was an elephant Willie Carson was riding in the 330. Oh.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Men, are you bored with getting up in the morning, rummaging around on the bedroom floor for those crumpled up trousers you threw down in a drunken stupor the night before? Well, your troubles are over as soon as you try Instagarb, the Wonder Spray-On Trousers.
Instagarb, the Wonder Spray-On Trousers.
Just step out of bed, pick up the aerosol can, remove the cap, and 2 quick squirts over your naked nether regions. And presto, a brand new pair of trousers. Choose from these wonderful colored spray cans, black, white, navy blue, and for those special occasions, gold lamy.
Instagarb, the Wonder Spray-On Trousers.
Through this door is a man who has just tried Instagarb for the first time. Let's see what he has to say.
Oh!
Why are you naked?
I couldn't get the cap off the aerosol.
Instagarb, the Wonder Spray-On Trousers.
Shut up!
I recall when I was small, a show called Midday Music Hall and Workers' Playtime, laughing with John Pertwee. Saturday night theatre at 9:30 with Norman Shelley, Gladys Young and Marjorie Westbury. Big Bill Campbell, mighty fine. Remember PC-49, Big Barton, Jock and Snow. We were exciting. Wilfred Pickles always was inviting listeners from far and wide to have a go. He was good, that Wilfred Pickles. He had Mabel on the table every week. Good job Mary Whitehouse wasn't about in them days. On Sunday night in Grand Hotel, Max Jaffa played the fiddle well. Paul Temple always seemed to catch the killer. The Man in Black told us another thriller. And Peter Brough had trouble educating Archie. Raise a laugh and up the pole, A Life of Bliss with Georgie Cole. The Goons Take It From Here and Charlie Chester. Tony Hancock was my favorite yester, with Kenneth Williams, Hattie Jakes and Sidney James. Another favourite at our house was Tommy Handley. I'd rush home every Thursday and say, "It's Itmar time," and me dad would turn around and belt me mother. My mother made a list for me of radio shows that used to be like Monday night at 8 with Puzzle Corner, Garrison Theatre with Jack Warner, Music Hall with Izzy Bond and Gilly Potter. Uncle Mac was on the air with Goodnight Children everywhere. The day the war broke out with old Rob Wilton. Music from Sid Phillips and Jack Hilton. Here's some other orchestras that she recalls. Charlie Shadwell, Billy Tennant, Morris Whitnick, Albert Sadler, Carol Gibbons, Billy Cotton, Ambrose and Victor Sylvester, Mantovani, Harry Roy, Geraldo, and of course there's Henry Hall. And that's all.
Come in. Good morning. I'm Mr. Broadbent. I'm the senior marriage guidance counselor. Anne and Charlie Weston, isn't it?
That's right.
Yes.
Now, how long... Tell me, how long have you had problems with your marriage?
Oh, ever since we got the telly. He's completely obsessed with all them films they keep showing. He thinks of nothing but films. Just look at him. And to think when I married him, he had more passion in him than...
The Magnificent Seven.
Tell me, where did you and Charlie meet?
When we worked at the Zip Fastener factory, oh, I worshipped him. To me, he was...
The Lord of the Flies.
Oh, the moment he looked at me, there was ringing in my ears. It was...
The Bells of St. Trinian's.
And he was passionate from the very beginning?
Well, more cheeky, really, like when he danced close to me. He used to like to twang my bra strap, but he was very fond of...
The Sound of Music.
But I realised how passionate he really was the day he took me out on his tandem. Oh, you could tell how hot he was. We ended up with...
Blazing Saddles.
And eventually you got married.
Yes, and on our honeymoon in the hotel, well, the people below complained because all night the bed springs were going...
Boeing.
Oh, and in those days his hands were everywhere, but now it's...
All quiet on the Western Front.
Now tell me, Anne, surely, I mean, doesn't he even get excited when you disrobe?
What? Disrobe? It'll take more than that to make...
My friend Flicker.
Oh, he shows no interest in sex at all. It'll be easier to...
Raise the Titanic.
You know, Anne, I can't help thinking that your passionate desires are as strong as they ever were.
Oh, yes, mine are, but...
Charlie's aren't.
I mean, he's just not interested in sex at night. All he... Hey, look, there's a fellow outside your window.
Hello, Charlie. Hey, you randy old devil, you. I like that blonde you were with yesterday afternoon. And that redhead on Tuesday. Whoa, hey, what? And her with the big doings on Monday. Hey! Whoa, you don't half get around, Charlie. I'll see you.
What on earth was all that?
The Confessions of a Window Cleaner.
Next time you get to Scotland, forget the Highlands or the Edinburgh Festival. See the true Scotsman in his natural surroundings by visiting the slums of Glasgow. And to help with your communication problems, the BBC presents another of its learner language courses, Conversational Jimmy.
Och, aye, Mulligan, Crumbles ben a lachen my eyes keep pudding, Jimmy.
Good day, simpering Sassenachs. I am your typical hairy, Scotch-swilling haggis basher.
He's him way the foot but fucking there him for and Anderson Jimmy.
Actually, they call him Big Mac, because he's a bit of a silly burger.
Grease, come up maar na gar and you are grumman for boy echel fich na gullach, Jimmy.
Another crack like that and you'll get a can of McEwen's thrust up your kilt.
He's a way a talent to Jimmy, and a card foreign turn Jimmy, and the next week I got a tartan Martin fair engine Jimmy.
I've got a tartan kilt and a tartan cap, and next week I'm going to get a tartan trouble.
and hockey halls, Jimmy.
Next time you fly British Caledonian, say hello to us.
Hey, we kill my gig of foreign Mercedes to stew Jimmy.
I'm Captain McGregor and he's my chief steward, Jimmy.
Smouldering passion, burning lust, flaming desire. Yes, there's too much arson about these days. So here instead is a yarn to end all yarns, a yarn so spiffing, so wizard, that you'll be beside yourself with excitement. Episode 1 of Bigglers of the Royal Flying Corps. Our story starts with a capital letter. Oh yes, the scriptwriter didn't get an O level in English for nothing. He also got an A level in embroidery, but that's another story. Probably a damn sight more interesting than this one, but I've signed the BBC announcer's oath of secrecy. The time is May the 8th, 1945. The date, 20 past 10 p.m. VE Day is being celebrated all over victorious England, not least of all in the Naffy Canteen at the RAF Aerodrome of Friggin Hill.
Here we are, Marjorie. Algae, 3 teas and a plate of fancies.
Oh, Ginger, it should have been 4 teas.
Oh.
I say, chin up, Marge, old stick. Bigglers will soon be back, you know.
Oh, I look at that cream horn on the plate there and I can't help but think of him. He used to love his cream horn when he got back from the salty.
Well, you know, I bet he's up there right now and doesn't know the party's over.
Oh, I know it. The party's over. It's time to call it a day.
Yes, Marjorie, old girl, your cabaret comes later. Good heavens! Here comes Bigglers now!
Hello, everybody.
Bigglers!
Nigel, welcome
Hello.
back.
Can I come in?
Oh, Bigglers, watch your moustache.
Plus, I must remember to turn sideways when coming through the door. Now I've bent the ends.
Nigel, we were so worried about you. Don't you know the war's over?
No, but I know the party's over.
Oh, yes,
The party's over. It's time to... Oh, damn fine, yes. Actually, I thought I'd pop over and have a go at Berlin.
East Berlin or West Berlin?
No, Irving Berlin. He's writing a musical on my life story. Oh, I say, you've remembered my cream horn. Ripping. One of you be a sport and get me a cup of jolly old char and another cream horn. I'm just popping out again to put the chocks under the Spitfire wheels.
Oh, good idea. Only place to hide them after someone snaffled your hard centres last week.
Do you mind if I join you, Nigel?
Take your time, Marge, old girl. Ginger and I will chin wag while you're gone.
Make sure your moustaches don't get tangled together then.
Why have you never married, Nigel?
Never had much time for that sort of thing. I spend all my spare moments bunging brasso on me medals and head and shoulders on me moustache.
Oh, but it's such a waste. You're so masculine and British. The way the moonlight dances on your stiff upper lip. It's enough to drive any woman crazy.
Marjorie, you're the wife of my best chum.
I'm sorry, Nigel. I've made rather a fool of myself, haven't I?
Yes, you have, Marjorie.
We must forget this ever happened.
You must forget this happened.
Of course, it never happened. Now, take your hand out of my bodice and I'll go back inside to my husband.
Do you know, Marjorie, I've known Algy a long time, and Ginger. I can remember our first meeting as though it was only yesterday. Cue flashback music. I first developed an interest in flying when my father pushed me over Beachy Head. So, one day in 1917, I decided to leave home. There was a war on, and in a few months' time, I would be 18 and old enough to join up. So, with all my worldly goods wrapped in a bundle on the end of a stick and a box of cream horns, I started the journey east. I hadn't gone more than 20 miles when the string on my bundle broke. There was only one thing to do. I unpacked the piano, played a chord, and used that to retie the bundle. I was halfway through a quick recital in a lay-by when my first adventure began.
Excuse me, sir. Could I see your license?
I'm sorry, Constable, but I don't have one.
Do you realise it is an offence under Section 3 of the Highways and Byways Act to play a piano on the aforesaid highway or byway?
I say, you there.
Dear listeners, I turned in the direction of the voice and saw a young man, a little older than myself, seated in the back of a police car. He had a shock of jet black hair, a black handlebar moustache, and black handlebar eyebrows. He introduced himself.
Hello, I'm Ginger.
Well, this... so it's true.
That's my name. Or at least what my friends call me. My other name's Nuts, you see.
Oh, of course. Have you been arrested as well?
Afraid so. Dangerous driving and all that. Down the Norwich High Street.
Well, that's not too serious.
Oh, it is when you're in a Sopwith camel. I run out of fuel.
You're a pilot.
That's right. Doing my bit for the jolly old country, you know. What about you?
I've left home.
Oh, gosh. Why don't you come home with me? You'd really brighten up the place. Constable?
I was wondering when you'd remember I was still here. I haven't said a dicky bird for a couple of pages.
Oh, well, perhaps this will help you forget everything you've just seen.
Are you trying to bribe me, sir?
Yes.
Most generous of you, sir. Off you go then, and don't let it happen again.
Thanks, Ginger. Thanks for getting me out of that sticky spot there. Have a cream horn.
Oh, tie, old bean. Hello, what's that? Sounds like my crate. It can't be. I left it parked in Burton's shop window. Oh!
Great steaming Sopwiths. He's firing at us.
Good heavens, it is my steaming Sopwith camel. I recognize the number plate.
Quick, take cover behind the piano.
Right.
The absolute bounder. He stymied the Steinway.
And worse, look what's happened to my cream horn.
Who was the mysterious pilot in Ginger's aeroplane? Why was he firing at Ginger and Bigler's? How will they reach their destination without a piano to get them there? And most important of all, has Bigler's got a further supply of cream horns? I hope he has. I just love them. You can have such fun biting the bottom off and sucking the cream and jam through the little hole, just like an ice cream cone. God, how I love them. I'd kill for a cream horn right now. Oh, sorry, the craving took over for a moment there. Tune in to next week's cream-packed, a thrill-packed episode of Bigler's of the Royal Flying Horn, a corps.
Well, that's all we have time for this week, except to give you the latest news in the case of the old lady who went into the Tate Gallery and broke a certain part of the anatomy of a male statue. She's extremely pleased after the magistrates ordered her to keep the peace. Goodbye.
You've been listening to Keep It Maclean, starring Don Maclean, with Jan Hunt, Chris Emmett and Gordon Clyde, with music from the Colin Campbell Clan. The script was written by Howard Imber and Tony Hare, the song by Frankie Desmond, and the show was produced by Martin Fisher.